in the moment. Think twice, notice it. This wish is worth waiting for. You're wondering no more. Make the moment last, for time is moving fast. Don't delay. Noticing the moment is the way. Notice it, this wish is worth waiting for. You're wondering no more. Make the moment last, for time is moving fast. Present, future, past, moving fast. Make the moment last.
Ba-ba-yo, ba-ba-yo. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-boy. Ba-ba-yo, ba-ba-yo. Blue-blue.
Zip, 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 zip. over me. What is this thing called love? This funny thing called love. Is there anybody who can solve this mystery? Tell me, why shouldn't they all full of me?
I saw you there, what wonderful day. Oh, you took my heart and you threw it away.
And that's why I ask the Lord in heaven above, what is this thing called love? It's hard to bear, looked everywhere, asked everyone under the sun. They turned away each time I say, what is this thing called love? You are the sunshine of my life.
You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around you. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for a million years. And if I thought our love was ending, I find myself drowning in my own tears.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around you.
you are the apple of my eye.
Brother, you stay in my heart.
Sunshine.
I feel like this is the beginning, though I've loved you for a million years. And if I thought our love was ending, I'd find myself drowning in my own tears.
You are the sunshine of my life. You are the apple of my eye. You are my sunshine, sunshine of my life. Up.
Good evening. I'm Bob Miller, President of the Arts Council. How about one more time for Western Michigan University's Gold Company? Welcome to the 2023 Community Arts Award Ceremony. Since 1985, the Arts Council of Greater Kalamazoo has been asking the community to identify and nominate individuals and organizations that contribute to the artistic excellence and creativity in our community. Before we begin celebrating the 11 recipients for 2023, we would like to acknowledge those individuals who are with us tonight who have been honorees in past years. If you have received the Community Medal of Arts, the Distinguished Volunteer Award, the Young Artist Award, the Epic Award, or the Gail Hook-Stratton Leadership Award, would you please stand so that we might congratulate you and thank you once again. We also want to take a moment to thank several retiring board members from both the Kalamazoo Cultural Center and the Arts Council. Our immediate past president and treasurer are both retiring. Please join me in thanking Angelita Aguilar and Tim Kilmartin for their service to the arts community. Congratulations and thank you.
Good evening tonight. Thank you for coming. My name is Jane Fetty, and I'm the president of the Kalamazoo Cultural Center. We also need to honor a very special board member of the Kalamazoo Cultural Center. He has been a board member since 2000, when the organization was conceived and the Epic Center was born. He finishes his tenure on the Epic Center board as board president. We voted early tonight to induct him into the organization permanently as Board Member Emeritus. Please join me in thanking Chris Shook for his many, many years of leadership. Please come up, Chris.
Good evening. My name is Tracy Lowy. I'm the director of Miller Auditorium, and tonight I have the pleasure of presenting the Theodore C. Cooper Award for Distinguished Volunteer Service to Linda Dickey. Linda has been a volunteer usher at Miller Auditorium for over 16 years, including this morning, where she helped us get over 5,000 K through 8th graders through for 2 matinees through Education for the Arts. She is also an usher with Kalamazoo Civic Theater. She recently added Farmer's Alley to her rotation. She gives her time to the Kalamazoo Nature Center and also Timber Ridge through a program for special skiers. Linda is an artist in her own right. She plays the flute for the Kalamazoo Concert Band, the KVCC Community Band, and the Academy Street Winds. Phew, she's got all of that going on, and she still has time to support WMU and Detroit sports teams. So congratulations, Linda. Thank you so much for all of your time and talent that you give to the arts and culture in Kalamazoo.
So good evening. I do want to thank Tracy and Shannon Renninger from Miller Auditorium staff for nominating me for this award. It's very much appreciated and totally unexpected. There's hundreds of ushers at Miller Auditorium, and it's unusual to be singled out like this for me. And I enjoy volunteering. I enjoy encouraging other people to volunteer and experiencing volunteerism in many venues. So thank you very much.
shadow, yeah. Warm shadow, yeah.
That was awesome. Good evening. I'm Larry Bell, and it's great to be back on this stage again. I was here a couple of years ago as a recipient, but tonight I'm here to have the honor of bestowing one of this year's Epic Awards on a very deserving organization and individual. And when I think about it, I can tell you, I met Corey Terry at a house party at 1224 Merrill Street in Kalamazoo in August of 1982. And it's been a pleasure to watch her career and her company's career, and it's just great to have modern dance in Kalamazoo. It's something that I'm sure most of the cities in this region are jealous of because they don't have it and we do. Wellspring Corey Terry and Dancers is our local modern dance company that now celebrates its 43rd season in Kalamazoo. Founder Corey Terry established the company in 1981 and has spent 4 decades introducing modern dance to thousands, further enriching the art scene here in Kalamazoo. The company has expanded to include offering a variety of classes to all ages, including partnerships with KC Ready Fours and KidNet and community engagement through dance. Wellspring is also the home to the Midwest Regional Alternative Dance Festival, now celebrating its 15th year. And of course, local community partnerships such as those with the Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra, Red Sea Pedestrians, Last Gasp Collective, Fontana Chamber Arts, and the Kalamazoo Institute of Arts are always part of their regular programming. We are proud to have a modern dance company as part of the rich variety of art collectively appreciated by our community, and I'm so glad to be able to honor Wellspring Corey Terry and dancers for their many accomplishments. Corey.
Thank you so much. This is such a fantastic honor and acknowledgement. When I was a young dancer in New York, there was a guy I heard about from some of my dancer friends who read palms. He was known as a kind of shaman or a healer, or maybe he was just a really intuitive person. But many of us went to him in hopes that he could tell us about the bright and amazing future he saw for each of us. I remember standing in my friend's kitchen across from him as I tentatively held out my hand for him to gaze upon. He stared at my palm for what seemed like a very long time, and then he said these words: "You will never be a Picasso, but you will surround yourself with many, many incredible and talented people who you will inspire." How true those words turned out to be. I have enjoyed the company and input of so many talented and generous people these last 43 years. And although I am Wellspring's founder, I could never have built Wellspring by myself without the support of so many individuals, so many boards, past and present, board presidents and staff, and of course, so many talented and devoted dancers and collaborators. I would like now to acknowledge a few of the many people who have helped Wellspring in lots of different ways, lending their talent, time, energy, and financial support to build Wellspring into the many-armed organization we are today. So here we go, in some kind of vaguely chronological order. Frank Jameson, D. Terry Williams, Janet Stillwell, Dale Johnson, Wendy Cornish, Clara Gamble, Nomi Ibarra, Paul and Terry Todd, Peter Brakeman, Dara Strauss, Dave Cam, Larry Bell, the Irving Gilmore Foundation, Michael Miller, Vonette Zupko, Alexis Smith, Kate Yancho, Marissa Bianen, and all of the original Wellspring dancers from 1981. And last, let me acknowledge two very special people who have stuck with me for so many decades, my dear friends and tireless, impassioned supporters, Judah Gizmundo and Janet Karpus. You two have kept me afloat for all these years. Thank you from the core of my being to all these amazing folks, to you and to my husband, David Anderson, for your belief in my vision and for helping to bring Wellspring to its ripe old age of 43 years. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kate Rose. I'm so pleased this evening to bestow another epic award to a wonderful organization, the Kalamazoo Academy of Rock. Founded in 2009 by Jeff Mitchell, the Kalamazoo Academy of Rock assists young students through the process of learning not only how to play an instrument, but how to play live in a band together. The organization then gives these students the opportunity to play live in local venues like the State Theater, Bells, and Final Gravity. Without this organization, students may never get the opportunity to connect with their peers and who also enjoy playing pop and rock and need a safe place to connect with one another. 15 years later, the Kalamazoo Academy of Rock is going strong, having taught an entire generation of Kalamazoo kids how to rock. Here to accept the award on behalf of the Academy is actually more than just this person, Jay Gavin, Bob Wallace, and Jeff Mitchell.
I should have made a speech. I'd love to talk for my 3 minutes and thank so many people, especially all the other band directors and lesson teachers, all the parents, the ones here tonight, and the many parents that for many years have been so supportive of the organization, and especially the kids. If you haven't had a chance to see these kids rock, you're going to get that chance later. I have only been the director of KAR for a few months, so it makes much more sense for me to hand it off to my predecessor, Bob Wallace, to whom I'm incredibly thankful. Bob.
Thank you. I am absolutely thrilled that Jay has taken over the reins. The energy that he's already putting in is incredible to see in the band room and elsewhere. On a personal note, I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much to my wife, Beth. Many of the dreams in my life would not have come true were it not for her. This opportunity, personally for me, has been an incredible learning experience. And what I didn't realize was how many doors it would open for me to wonderful friends and wonderful music opportunities. But more importantly, as Jay said, the impact for the kids, the students in our program, and the music that they put in the community and that it's about way more than music. I've seen from my own two kids who were a part of KER when Jeff was running the program, they're learning all kinds of life skills way beyond music, and the music's awesome in itself. And that's made much easier in a tremendous arts community like we have in Kalamazoo. So I'm incredibly grateful for the students, the parents, and especially our teachers and directors, because they're the ones really making this happen with the students. And I've said before, if you've been at our shows, music brings people together. We desperately need that in our country right now. And so for all of you that are making music and other kinds of art, please keep doing that.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Jay. I can't tell you how much I appreciate those two guys continuing with the program after I left. Biggest thanks go to them, as far as I'm concerned personally. But of course, we have to thank, as Bob did so well, so many people. I might have had the idea to do this, but it certainly took a whole bunch of people to make it work. The privilege of working with these sharp kids, these musical kids, day in, day out. I wanted to say a shout out to Adam Main, who's here, who's our first guitar teacher, and did so much. He was kind of my partner in crime back then. And not only was he teaching the guitar players so well, but he was just kind of helping me out whenever I got stuck on something. Adam would come up with an idea. Invariably, it worked, and it worked very well. It was his idea. We have two tiers of bands. You have the varsity bands, the more experienced kids, and then the younger kids, the newer kids, of whom you'll hear one of them tonight. And that was Adam's idea, to put that workshop band together. So appreciate Adam a lot. Thank you. Yeah, right there. And a guy who, some of you may remember, John Thingstad. John Thingstad was the owner of the Park Trade Center and the Kalamazoo Enterprise Center, which we more know as the old Gibson Guitar Factory. And when we were looking for a band room, I went to John, and he cleared out about a 750 square foot storage space up on the third floor of the 1917 Gibson Guitar Factory, and that was our first band room. So I've always enjoyed that connection that we had there, you know, 21st century teenagers playing in the same place Jimmy Page's guitar was made. And they appreciated it too, I know they did. So anyway, it's been a great journey, and I have all kinds of confidence that it's going to continue, and thank these two guys, and now particularly Jay, since it's in his lap, to make things keep going as well as they have been. And thanks so much for the award and the recognition. Thank you.
Can we also just take a moment, since Larry Bell is here, we've had some epic shows at Bell's, and if he were not willing to have taken the risk of inviting a bunch of kids into a grown-up establishment and letting us rock, so thank you very much, Larry.
Good evening. I'm Craig Vaughn. I'm the Finance Director at the Arts Council of Greater Kalamazoo. Art is a collaborative adventure meant to be shared, meant to have meaning, meant to inspire, and meant to endure. Today we pause to honor those who we lost this year, who touched our community with their time and talents. While we know that not all that we have lost is represented on this list, please join me in reflection as I read the list of those who have left their legacy of creating and supporting the arts. David Allen, Julie Birch, Bertha Barbie McNeil, Janet Buon, Edward Birch, Jean Klingel, David Blunt, Nancy Lenz, Adrienne Denoyer, Yvonne Lowry, James DeReich, Gordon Bob Luscombe Jr., William Fenn, Bruce Mason, Mary Fisher, Kathy Mahai, Fred Harrison, David Milko, James Hibbold, Anna Mae Miller, Francis and Ronald Horde, George Nielsen, Shirley Hooksema, Audrey Price, Bridget Huff, Linda Shipper, Denise Husted, Jana Tibbetts, Howard Kalaward, Kathy Weir, Linda Ketchick, and Thel Woods.
Good evening. I'm Tim Kilmartin, and I'm a recently retired board member from the Arts Council, about a half hour ago. We're now at the part of the program where we celebrate the Gail Hoog-Stratton Arts Leadership Awards recipient. Gail Hoog-Stratton was the first full-time executive director of the Arts Council, and we honored her tenacity by naming this award after her. Our first recipient for this year's award is Elizabeth Euchre. Liz is the Director of Education and Community Engagement for the Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra, a position she has held since 2007. In her tenure at the KSO, she is focused on reducing barriers and increasing access to arts learning. From the youth concerts, to Kalamazoo Kids in Tune, to Orchestra Rua, to KSO's Marvelous Music, Liz has continued to provide programming to students of all walks of life, from resettled refugees to historically excluded communities, believing that this access provides points of pride and connectedness regardless of circumstance. Liz is a musician herself and has degrees in cello performance and an MFA in Performing Arts Administration. Thanks, Liz, for your enduring dedication to bringing music to all students in our community.
Thank you all so very much. Oh, that's not my script. This is my script. Well, it does start with thank you all so very much. And the beautiful artwork. I don't know if anybody knew how much I love origami, but that is really something else. So thank you. I'm so honored with this recognition of my work, which in turn is absolutely a reflection of the work of a lot of inspiring people who I deeply admire and am honored to support. In my KSO job interview for education assistant 20 years ago, the wonderful Jane Rooks-Ross asked me an important question. It said, "Are you comfortable working behind the scenes rather than being the performer or the teacher?" Well, that's truly what I love. I also love performing music with my friends, but it's been the joy of my life to work with our incredible musicians and our incredible teaching artists to build support and structure around the marvelous things that they can do. I wish I could list them all now, but with a whole orchestra and so many programs and our wonderful staff, I'm going to leave somebody out. So I'll do the next best thing and just nominate each and every one of you for one of these nifty awards. I was trying to remember when I first found an interest in administration, because it's not really on the list, right? Like firefighter or astronaut, right? But since one of my siblings is here, I'll admit that my nickname as a little kid was Busy Lizzie. And that when I was 10 years old, I became the president of a club I created called Kids Are People Too in our neighborhood. I guess I felt the need to put a little structure around my free-range childhood for myself and my neighbors. So I suppose it was there all along. Just a little story. I think our first and last project of the club was a poetry contest. So we all submitted a work and went about selecting a winner. And unfortunately, it was brought to my attention that a friend from around the corner had plagiarized her poem, straight out of a book from home. So there, right out of the gate, I was faced with my first uncomfortable dilemma as a leader. It's possible the rules weren't clear and she thought that submitting a favorite poem was just fine, but in the end we had her disqualified. Well, grown-up me can't remember who won the contest or what any of the poems were about, and shoot, because I bet they were really cool. Clearly, though, grown-up me knows we missed a chance to lead with friendship and inclusion. We could have just changed the rules that we made up, right? In spite of any missteps in my early endeavors, I'm thankful in my grown-up work here in the community to be able to champion efforts that value people first and community building and the extraordinary power of the arts to connect us with one another. 20 years ago, I thought I was just passing through Kalamazoo, but not only did I find a special job here, I found a very special person here. And we're living our best lives here with 3 amazing kids who are benefiting tremendously from the vibrant Kalamazoo arts and education scene. Thank you, Kalamazoo, for being a community that is committed to growing collectively and believing together that the arts are an essential part of that. Congrats to all the wonderful folks who are gracing the stage tonight. I'm honestly starstruck and humbled to be up here among you. Thanks to the Arts Council and thanks to all of you.
Good evening. My name is Buddy Hanna, and that ain't nothing to write home to mama about, but that's just who I am. Our second recipient of this award has a long history of securing and promoting spaces where socially marginalized people can express their authentic selves and be whom they are. Dr. Michelle S. Johnson co-founded FIRE Historical Cultural Arts Collaborative. She also co-founded the Institute of Public Scholarship. Most recently, she founded Playground, and an organization that facilitates and participates in the interdisciplinary cultural, see, I gotta get my reading glasses, right? Cultural, who participate in the cultural centered development and experiences of those around them. Dr. Johnson is a published author and playwright and has enjoyed creative collaborations with playwrights and has enjoyed being co-written plays and worked with several playwrights in our community, myself included. Her other works include Community Spaces of the Industrials, The Oral History of African Americans and in Latinos as in Saginaw, Collecting Ourselves, 3 Movements of Blackness, Dreaming, her first in a comedy series produced by Face Off Theater, Creative Stands for Justice, Black Refractions in Southwest Michigan, and What the Lady Bears Was Doing, Women, Music, and the 1950s. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Michelle S. Johnson.
Thank you, Buddy. A month ago, as Trees made one of their big leaf releases, we held a staff mixer for the Institute of Public Scholarship at my home. A longtime lover of raking and making piles of leaves to jump in, and as a kid designing floor plans, I've expanded to meandering backyard pathways. I thought it'd be fun to craft routes to the fire pit to hang out after our evening session. It looked pretty enticing, but it needed a little light to divine the curves. I asked Mary Crosby, our Institute's vibe maker, if she could place a few battery-powered candles at key points. 20 minutes later, Mary turned our backyard into a magical installation where not only the paths were clear, but lights hung beautifully along the woodshed. My original idea seemed incomplete and actually a little basic. I mentioned something to that effect to Micah Green, our wellness coordinator, and she immediately said, "No, Dr. J, that's what you do. You create the path and we illuminate it." I have thought about that moment many times since then. I don't think anyone has ever helped me see one of my purposes so concisely. Making spaces for creators is one of the most fulfilling places I invest my energy. While imagining and generating countless events with artists, facilitating their confidence, expertise, and impact links me to one of the most exalted aspects of humanity. It is indeed one of the richest trails I walk. Like Mary lit up not just the path, but transformed the surrounding space, many people have guided me with the light of living their truths and endorsing mine. I would be remiss if I didn't mention my parents. My mother, Susan Tayo Rallier, who would be infinitely proud at this moment, demonstrated the importance of art as an artist herself, a teacher who incorporated a creative twist on all things education, and insisted on me seeing Jacob Lawrence, Georgia O'Keeffe, Diego Rivera, and Frida Kahlo exhibits. Like my mother, my first father and musician Roy Merricks instilled a love of music. He, through late-night jazz sessions in our North Street duplex and playing, among others, Esther Phillips and Count Basie albums in our Southside Chicago apartment on Stony Island. As well, my sister, Sarah Eldred, is a band instructor and nominated as a 2023 Michigan Teacher of the Year. There's no time to list all the soul-deep artist friends, now family, who light my way, but I have to thank my co-conspirator, first follower, and a 2024 Community Medal of Arts recipient, Denise Miller, for saying yes to any of my visions, making me submit pieces that ended up getting published, and co-creating life-changing organizations like FIRE and the Institute. Thank you to my family, Institute staff, friends, and my love for coming tonight and believing in me. A good friend complimented me this summer, and I diverted the attention to my fabulous team. She replied, "What if you just said, 'Thank you for noticing'?" It took me months to not crack up laughing when I said it, but I have been practicing. So, to those who nominated me, and to the Arts Council for selecting me for the Gail Hoog-Stratton Leadership Award, thank you for noticing. Serving artists is my honor.
And now, please welcome a performance by Jessica Ivy.
Get another chance, yeah. Every day's another chance to get it right this time. Every day's another chance. Rather make it. Rather make it. Rather make it more.
Patterns getting toxic, I was reading gossip, girl. I feel like I be giving to the whole wide world and almost ruined everything for just one girl. I be in it. And Corbin told me pushing to the limit, and I did it, but still I learned that little baby done sojourn to what nowhere up and listening to Sarah Vaughn. Hey, with my favorite food be almost gone. We spend it all in hair salons, but I'm digressing. Lord knows I've been steadily progressing. I need to take more time to care for me. To see the rising sea, the wear and tear I can see. Not in my ethic, but in my medical. Call me when you don't, cause iron sharpens iron. With an iron fist yelling black power. time, I take it in hours, hours. Rather make it hard. I remember when as a youngster, taken under. Thought I was knowledgeable, but I was defeated. Not really, more deceiving. Isolated in a place called academia, but more so a vocal prison of the fear and all my peers. The same ones that couldn't see me, but I guess that's not true, because really they wanted to be me. I thought I knew who I wanted to be, but the path got twisted, turned, and I learned to settle and resist the urge to meddle in the racial and structural intricacies that made up these walls I voluntarily walked in. Come to find out, the fire escape was established before I could even retire from my childhood. Little Red ride down 94 to make some noise and say, "What up, though?" As creative justice would have it, I ran into these speakeasy women. They that paved the way and unafraid stood for power and taking up their space in this community. And even though it ain't, they made it look too easy. Authenticity, curiosity, philosophy, opportunity to watch my back for me and model that freedom, dumb, sucker sweet like candy, DC like lavender, essential to the soil, Bronco in me toil. To everybody in here, you probably deserve the recognition you're getting, but this one is personal for me. Denise and Doctor, hashtag say your name, but I'm not calling you Michelle. Can never tell you how much you mean to me. Deferred is not my dream. Safe with her and her between the time y'all spend building me. I honor you publicly. I'll speak easily. past my time, I see.
Get another chance, yeah. Every what a joy it is to be alive. What a joy it is to be alive.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Artist, the Director of Volunteers for the Kalamazoo Civic Theater. The Adam F. Carter Young Artist Award was named after a young artist whose life was tragically cut short, but who left an indelible mark on the arts community while he was here. Tonight's recipients will receive a scholarship to assist their continued studies in an arts discipline as they make their way in their own artistic journey. I have had the pleasure of working with our first recipient, Isaac Byler, and can tell you firsthand the hard work, commitment, and love of theater that he has. Isaac discovered his love of theater through the Civics Art Academy of Theater Arts and has continued to perform in school and community shows, but found his true calling backstage. Isaac has served as an assistant stage manager and a stage manager and excels at keeping all the cogs turning on a show. He is currently stage managing the Civic's production of The Sound of Music and plans on continuing on to college to pursue a degree in, yes, you guessed it, stage management. Congratulations, Isaac, on all of your hard work so far and everything we know you will accomplish in the years to come.
Thank you so much. I'd like to thank everybody who has helped me on my way to, I don't know, I'm not good with words, sorry. But yeah, all the civic staff and all the directors and musical directors I have worked with who have helped shape me as a person today. Also, I'd like to thank the Arts Council for giving me this honor. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Corlen Longer-Schreck, and I am a professional singer and a voice instructor, and I've been teaching voice in the Kalamazoo area for almost 35 years. I have the great pleasure of presenting the Next Young Artist Award to my student, Braden Davis. I have worked with Braden in my voice studio for the past 1.5 years, as well as for another 1.5 years in the Advanced Music Theater class through the Education for the Arts program. Over the years, many of my very gifted students have gone on to pursue professional careers, but Braden definitely stands out as one of the truly exceptionally talented. And his accomplishments prove this. Last year alone, he won first place in the high school men's music theater category for the National Association of Teachers of Singing for the state of Michigan, and he was also nominated as an outstanding lead actor for the Sutton Foster Awards for the state of Michigan. This was as a junior in high school. He has also had numerous lead roles in several productions at Loy Norrix High School, the Kalamazoo Civic Theater, Center Stage Theater, and the Barn Theater. While his love for performing is evident, he is a willing coach and teacher himself. He has worked as an assistant director and frequently helps his speech debate teammates with their performances. His love of performing started at a very young age, and I can't wait to see where he lands. He is currently starring as Curly in Lori Norks' production of Oklahoma, which is still running this coming weekend, so go if you haven't yet. He plans to major in music theater performance in colleges this fall and is in the middle of a heavy audition process for several major schools around the country. Based on my experience, if he doesn't succeed in this business, there's only two reasons. One is if he chooses not to. And secondly, there's something seriously wrong with this world. He has that much potential. So please welcome Braden to the stage. I'm so very proud of you, Braden, and I'm thrilled to present this award to you.
First off, I would like to say what an honor it is to be up here getting an award for something that I love doing. I truly enjoy the work that I do in the theater community, but I would never have had the chance to do it without the help of a major group of people. I would like to thank my voice teacher, Corlin Longer-Schreck, for giving me the opportunity to be considered for this award and the countless hours she has put in helping me and my voice. I would like to thank Ken Holda for declaring his role as my manager when I was born and for helping me get my first professional acting job. I would like to thank my acting teacher and mentor, Deneen Muley-Koch, for helping me find myself through acting. I would like to thank my drama director, Dan Lafferty, for giving me a space to express myself on stage and off. I would like to thank my choir teacher, Marisa Berg, for making fun of me when I needed it most. I would like to thank my best friend, May Ryness, for pushing me to always be myself. And I would like to thank all the people on my speech team, especially Yassine Lowe, Max Achenbach, and my brother, Reed Davis, for letting me push them to their limits. And finally, I would like to thank my parents, Julie and Asa Davis, for supporting me no matter what and for paying for everything. The arts of the community that comes with it are the most important thing to me, and I'm so grateful that they are being celebrated this way. Thank you all very, very much.
Good evening. My name is Simon Thalman. I am Director of Marketing at Kellogg Community College and Vice President for the Board of Directors for the Arts Council of Greater Kalamazoo. Our next Young Artist Award recipient, Jaquan Noble, is a senior at Loy Norks High School. Jaquan is principal violist in the Kalamazoo Junior Symphony Orchestra and is a member of the KJSO String Quartet. He traveled abroad with the KJSO and currently studies privately with Nicholas Jeffrey. Jaquan was selected by competitive audition to join the 2023 Youth Orchestra Los Angeles National Festival, where he performed with outstanding musicians from across the country. In addition to these accomplishments and performances, he's also found time to serve as a program assistant for the Kalamazoo Kids in Tune. He plays saxophone with the Loy Norks Band, is captain of the Loy Norks Color Guard team, and is a member of the Boundless Competitive Winter Guard. And if that's not enough, he also plays additional instruments and writes his own songs. Congratulations to Jaquan Noble.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank the Arts Council for recognizing me for all my hard work. But it wouldn't be right to accept this award without thanking all the people that have helped me on my journey, including Elizabeth Euchre, who has been one of the biggest supporters. She's actually the reason why I'm here on the stage today, so thank you. I would also like to thank my mother, my grandmother, and my father. May he rest in peace. I would also like to thank Ben Goodbranson, Jenna Love, and Nicholas Jeffrey, my teacher, as well as Pat and Colleen Van Slenbrook. You guys are all my biggest supporters, both financially and emotionally, and I could not have done this without you guys, so thank you.
And now for our next performance, please welcome the Kalamazoo Academy of Rock.
I'm gonna fight 'em all. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And the message coming from my eyes says leave it Don't wanna hear about it. Every single one's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. From the Queen of England to the hounds of hell. And if I got you coming back my way, I'm gonna serve it to you. And that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what I'll do. And the feeling coming from my bones is find a I'm going to Wichita, far from this opera forevermore. I'm gonna work the straw, make the sweat drip out of every pore. And I'll bleed it and I'll bleed it and I'll bleed it right before the Lord. All the words are gonna be from me and I will sing no more. And the stains coming from my blood says go back
Apologies, Ryan, I'm gonna manhandle this. Sort of a radio thing. There we go. Let's have it once again for the Kalamazoo Academy of Rock. Man, oh my God. I mean, if that's the newest groups playing, I just can't, the next level is just gonna blow my mind. All right. Well, My name is Kara Lawrence. I work at WMUK, host All Things Considered, and I have gotten into a lot of trouble on stage with this recipient of the Community Medal of Arts, Carolyn Keeble. She's, this is a tiny bit revenge, Carolyn. I have admired her work since forever. And it's funny, this award is both long deserved and also way too early. I mean, there's lots more to come, I am sure. Carolyn Keeble is known to many as a pioneering music therapist in our county for over 20 years. She's established long-term music therapy programs at the Kalamazoo County Juvenile Home and Hospice Care of Southwest Michigan. She is a long-term adjunct faculty member at Western Michigan University and is an educator in a wide variety of settings. She is also a wildly inspiring musician to play with, as she plays percussion in such a range of styles. She's gone to the ends of the earth to learn different world music styles. A few music groups include Blue Dahlia, the Dasha Bridges Project, Von Morinandro, the MRC Drummers, and she still has time to teach Japanese taiko drumming at Kalamazoo College. Her latest collaborations have been working with Samuel Nalangira, Grace Tyson, the Bahar Ensemble, Great Lakes Brass, and the Nathan Moore Affair, among many others. In addition to world tours with Rhonda Larson and Ventus, Carolyn has also recorded more than 30 albums, and that's to date. I've known her since our Blue Dahlia days, and up until 2 weeks ago, she had me at the tree lighting ceremony on stage. And I can tell you right now, she probably would rather be playing aux percussion with the Kalamazoo Academy of Rock Band. And by the way, Jay, Gavin, Carolyn always secretly wanted to be the drummer in Mom Handy, so there's that. But Carolyn, here is your incredibly well-deserved award. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, Brent Harris made this purposely the heaviest one. I know it. Gonna have a chat with him. I told Kara not to go far because there's a good chance I'll just have a meltdown and she'll have to take over for me mid-flight. So we'll see how things roll. It's already been a wildly adventurous day. And by rights, as Kara mentioned, the Fipple should still be frozen to her lips after the Bronson Park tree lighting that we did together. She was actually third call after the first two people bailed because they're more sensible than she and I. So Kara took the reins and somehow she tooted flawlessly and we played a merry tune and the whole world sang Frosty the Snowman and it was a grand affair. Kara has been such a huge part of my professional and creative life. It's just so, significant that you're standing nearby, and she was here receiving this award herself not so long ago. I was saying to Denise Miller, as I reflected on this for the past agonizing period of weeks, that there was really no way to encapsulate the wealth of experiences that we've lived and to find adequate words to really convey so much of the love that's palpable in this room. So I hope that the feeling of it is clear. But I do want to give a huge debt of gratitude to the Arts Council of Greater Kalamazoo. So Like myself, like many, we have been endlessly supported through the grant initiatives that are housed within the Arts Council. So I just want to highlight the 2005 Hospice and the Arts Grant that brought us all around a collective roundtable and actually was the catalyst for the conversations I had thereafter with Hospice Care of Southwest Michigan. And really was heartfelt gratitude and so many, just the work of Linda Fox, Jean Mail, Laura Latchley, Layla Jabouri, for championing the arts and end-of-life care and what that has brought to so many in this community. Kara was, in truth, my first honorary hospice music therapist, providing music with me in collaboration for community memorials and even for unique bedside requests where they really loved Irish music. And she was just a text away, and I said, could you maybe just come over here and do that thing you do so beautifully and share it with some folks who would receive so much from it. And she always obliged. She and I, as she said, had many shenanigans together in Fonmore and Andro, and working with Blue Dahlia with This Floating World, with Wellspring Corey Terry and dancers. So much happened because of Michael Miller, Jen Hudson, Alexis. You would come into the community and just had this vision we all dreamt into together to do something. And it became This Floating World, which was a wonderfully satisfying project for all of us involved. The Arts Outreach Grant Program facilitated me being able to bring music therapy and rhythm-based drum programming to a number of individuals throughout the region, particularly the establishment of the MRC drummers, and to, again, a wonderful collaboration with Wellspring and with Dunya Drum and Dance. Corey Summers, Lori Jarsky, and I just sat down with Marissa and Corey about last week, in fact, to talk about some future collaborations for the upcoming spring concert. So I'm excited to see where that may lead. Infinite love and gratitude to everyone who offered their support towards this nomination. Thank you to my colleagues, my parents, my friends, my loved ones, and the families and clients I've served. The hundreds of students for endlessly inspire me to keep the creative fires burning, and hopefully the world's a little bit groovier place as a result of their time spent with me in class. Ever thankful to Judy Moonert, a great mentor for me, and my first taiko sensei, Esther Vandekar, and my great inspirations in the world of percussion, Glenn Velez, Michael Zarang, and Hamid Drake. Beautiful, beautiful, transcendent musicians and percussionists from the Chicago jazz scene. And to Steve, AKA Bert Berthel, for opening a space at Craft Brow, to the arts community, for allowing so many of us to become who we are in that space, the Kalamazoo Poetry Slam, and community drumming events. That's where we were birthed before shifting to Fire Historical and Arts Collaborative, one under the curation of Dr. DJ Disobedience, Michelle Johnson, and the inimitable Denise Miller. So it's like a family reunion here tonight. I'm excited to announce I'm bringing community drumming events back, so if you're looking for something like that in your life, this Saturday is my kickoff at the Clover Room, and I'll be doing those monthly for the foreseeable future. The road of life is full of glorious ecstasy and heartbreaking losses. My beloveds Gretchen Ross Malinowski, Dasha Bridges, gone far too soon, are positioned strongly in the chamber of my heart, ever reminding me our time is truly short. May we live with great compassion, zeal, and unwavering commitment to that which brings meaning to our days. In closing, I absolutely love this quote that Corey Terry posted from the magnificent Martha Graham. There's a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium, and it will be lost. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable, nor how it compares with other expressions. It's your business to keep it yours clearly and directly, and to keep the channel open. Thank you so very much.
Hello, I'm Carrie Vanderbush, the Executive Director of Glass Art Kalamazoo. I have the privilege of introducing our next Community Medal of Arts recipient, Frank Mites. Frank has been a fixture at our organization for the past 20 years, serving as a mentor, teacher, friend, and board member. Frank began his foray into glassblowing at the Upjohn Company in 1972 as a scientific glassblower, where he made and repaired laboratory glass. This experience led him to a lifetime of challenging himself at the torch to create new designs for scientists and to make awards for company events. Upon his retirement, he opened his own studio in the Park Trade Center, where he continued to work in glass. There he met other glass artists, and together they formed the West Michigan Glass Art Society, now known as Glass Art Kalamazoo. I met Frank on my first day on my job, and his enthusiasm for glass art was contagious. I can confidently say that there wouldn't be a Glass Art Kalamazoo without him. He is truly the heart of the organization. Frank's passion for glassblowing is evident in all the classes and camps he has taught through the years. He takes great pride in getting students to make a piece of art out of a glass rod in about 45 minutes, and watching others get hooked on glass art. Please join me in congratulating Frank on this well-deserved honor.
Of course, thank you. But I'd like to share this award with the glass artist, staff, and volunteer of Glass Art Kalamazoo. It takes a village, it takes a whole bunch of people, and on certain times, the right people get together and great things happen. One of the founders of the group was Judith Knisti. She made beautiful items out of her glass furnace held at 2,000 degrees 24/7. She was the spark plug that got us all together to begin thinking about teaching and doing stuff, because most of the glass artists that were there were already teaching. And it's pretty kind of ordained because we had so many glass artists in one space. It'd be pretty unusual, because without glass artists, you're not going to do much with the Glass Art Society. There were several glass artists in the building at that time, and suddenly we had this idea to start a glass society. Jump 20 years to now, Glass Art Kalamazoo, which it's called now, has developed into a fully functional space for teaching glass art, as well as space for special events. The executive director, Carrie Vanderbush, has a great staff and studio managers and talented artists to teach, and is running the whole outfit on all cylinders. There's also a side benefit for artists in that we have a gallery where they can put a lot of their artwork. And of course, that's part of the Art Center. And with Christmas coming up soon, hint, hint. You might want to take a look at it because it's just beautiful to look at. And there's stuff for all ages and all prices. So again, with that commercial, thank you.
Hello, I'm Maggie Adams, a member of Erase Board of Directors and a member of the Executive Committee for Isaac, and I have the honor of introducing our last Community Medal of Art for 2023, Denise Miller. Denise is a poet, playwright, and mixed media artist whose poetry has been published in numerous offerings, including Offing, African American Review, and Blackberry. They were named the 2015 Willow Book Emerging Poet, an Aroho Waves Discussion Fellowship awardee, and a finalist for the Barbara Deming Money for Women Fund and a Hedgebrook Fellow. Their book publications include Core, released by Willow Books in 2015 and was nominated for a 2016 American Book Award and a 2016 Pushcart Prize. Their chapbook, Ligatures, was published in 2016 by Rattle Press, and most recently, they won the 2020 Sexton Prize for Poetry for their full-length poetry collection, A Ligature for Black Bodies. Denise's chapbook, How to Make an American Mass Shooter, is forthcoming through Carantria Press. Their produced plays include Ligatures, adapted for the stage, and Before the Shooting. And in their free time, they co-founded Fire Historical and Cultural Arts Collaborative. They are a huge proponent of individuals finding their voice and the channel to share their voice, that voice. Please join me in congratulating and honoring an individual that has had a huge impact on Kalamazoo community, Denise Miller.
Thank you, Tori. I love you.
Well, thank you, everyone. I'm glad you stuck around. I appreciate that. First, I'd like to thank the Arts Council for their commitment to the arts in Kalamazoo. And I'd like to thank those who nominated me for this lovely award, and those of you who are here to support us, the artists, and the art that we make. Without you, we wouldn't be really doing much at all. So a few years ago, I did a TED Talk, and my focus was map making. More specifically, I juxtaposed the ways in which cartographers center maps around fixed or immovable points with the ways in which we as humans often fix our lives around what we perceive to be immovable. And while it is true that we are made map by moments, what is also true is that the circumstances I thought had so fixed my life, being a survivor of child sexual assault, growing up without a mother, being born into a family filled with drugs, domestic assault, alcoholism, are movable. But the people in my life have never been and should never be. As most of you know, for example, I come from a long line of speakeasy women. My grandmother Maxine, and my great-grandmother Pearl taught me laughter, resilience, and love. And my sister Alicia taught and still teaches me by holding the artifacts and the stories of my childhood that our parents should have told us but didn't or couldn't, that I am lovable and loved. Those things are the stories and tangibles that make us know who we are. Those things are the things that make us know that we are. Because life for me, as Black, as lesbian, as they, them, and she, has been a journey to, in, and through the knowing. It has been the immovable people that have supplied me with the artifacts and moments that remind me that I am. My grandmother's pressing the local newspaper to publish a poem my sister and I wrote together when we were teens taught me my words mattered. My great-grandmother becoming and mothering me, my great-grandmother mothering my 3-year-old sister and me, and my 19-month-old self when our 21-year-old mother died suddenly, taught me that there are safe places and safe people to create and to be who we are. And my sister's stories of the fearlessness and creativity of my child self teach me that my writing and my art are also fearless and creative then and now. And now to where I am. I came from those speakeasy women 53 years ago, and now I'm surrounded by so many beautiful Black women artists who show me every day how to be both fearless and creative. Fannie Lou Hamer in her speech, "We're on Our Way," that she gave before a mass meeting held at the Negro Baptist School in Indianola, Mississippi, in September 1964 said, "You see, in this struggle, some people say that, well, she doesn't talk good. The type of education that we get here, years to come, you won't talk too good. The type of education that we get in the state of Mississippi as Black people will make our minds so narrow, it won't coordinate with our big bodies." Now, one of those Black women artists I mentioned a few moments ago is Dr. Michelle S. Johnson, who earlier tonight was awarded a Gail Hoog-Stratton Award, Arts Leadership Award, and is a very, very, very deep friend and business partner in making all kinds of good truth and making all kinds of good through all kinds of good trouble. What she has taught me is that if we are content with or listen to what people say of us as Black artists, as Black people, that kind of education can narrow us. But if we are to listen to ourselves and see that Black insistence and Black joy give us space to be as big as we possibly can be, that she has taught me and our Kalamazoo arts community that we Black people make big and beautiful bodies of art that change the landscape of love, community, history, and identity. It is because of the women like her and my grandmother and my great-grandmother and my sister, women who speak when it's not always easy women in my life, that I have myself. And it's because of those same women that the Kalamazoo community has me. Thank you again for this amazing honor.
All right, let's give another round of applause to all our recipients tonight. What a wonderful group to add to the already outstanding group of recipients of the awards that we give out every year. I know a lot of you are here tonight who have received awards in the past. Thank you for coming and carrying on this tradition. We would like to take just a little bit of time. I know that we're just running a little bit over. If we were CBS, we'd be cutting to the evening news by now. But take a moment to look in your program when you have a chance. There's a list of donors in there, and those are the folks that keep the arts alive and well in the background. We don't hear about them often, but they give their treasure to us so that we can continue to do the good work that we do here at the Arts Council. You're also going to see a list of members. We love our members, because if we don't have members, we're not really an Arts Council. So take a look at that group too. If you want to become a member, please do. We love to support all the arts in Kalamazoo. Tonight's celebration could not be possible without the awesome staff, Sam Snow and her high school students that are running Gull Lake Center for the Arts. And happy anniversary. Nice to see that you have a sound system this year. Cool. We couldn't do this without Lambricks Design and Public Media Network. Those two folks keep us looking really good. And of course, the staff here at the Arts Council. We are small, but we are mighty. Everybody who works at the Arts Council absolutely loves the arts. And it shows in everything that they do to try to make it a better place for you all to do all the cool things you do. So one more round of applause for our entertainers, WMU Gull Company, Corey, Terry, and dancers Jessica Ivy, and the Kalamazoo Academy of Rock, right? Yeah. And also in your program, please look up all of the artwork that we're giving as gifts tonight, our local artists. We also couldn't do it without them. We love local artists and love to support them in any way that we can. So now, you're going to go to the lobby and have a really good time. Factory Coffee is out there doing pour-overs and flat whites and cappuccinos. And there's decaf. I understand. There is decaf out there. And then we have some wonderful desserts by Pistachios. Please go out, mingle, have an absolutely fantastic time. Thank you very much.